Swaminiti namine
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirdeshesa Sanyavadi
Paschatya Desatarine
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabho Nityananda
Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Hare Rama Krishna
Yadavaya Namaha
Gopala Govinda Ram
Srimad Sudhanam
Hare
Pangun Langai Tegirim
Shakti-gata
Sri Gurum Dhinatharinam
Bhagavad-anubhava
Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram
Hare Om Tat Sat
Hari Om Tat Sat. So we're continuing in the Chaitanya Sikshamrita. The topic is the soul is spiritual having atomic consciousness. Individuals devoted to the knowledge of Brahman conclude that the soul is by nature Brahman. Their view is that the soul is bound by ignorance, and when the bondage of ignorance is removed, the soul will remain as Brahman. Due to these vague, incomplete, and erroneous conclusions, those who adhere to these views cannot realize their true nature. By adopting pure knowledge, it becomes clear that the soul is not an eternal resident of this suffering world. The current body of the soul is also not its eternal body. The soul is spiritual. Bhagavān is infinite consciousness, and the soul is his atomic consciousness. Bhagavān is like the sun, and the soul is like a ray. Bhagavān is full of eternity, consciousness, and bliss, while the soul is a particle of that blissful consciousness.
So we are the soul,
So we are the soul,
the atomic particle of Krishna.
an atomic particle of Krishna.
Krishna is Satchidananda,
Krishna is Satchidananda,
the atomic part of that Satchidananda.
we are an atomic part of that Satchidananda.
So our eternal home is the spiritual world,
We are eternal, come from spiritual world.
but we are now in the material world.
But we are now in the material world.
This is not our natural place.
This is not our natural place.
We are reduced to 1/10,000th of tip of a hair.
We are reduced to 1/10,000 times of the tip of the hair.
But in the spiritual world, we are the body.
But in the spiritual world, we are the body.
In the material world, the soul and the have a temporary body.
In the material world, we are soul. We have a temporary body.
So, since you are part of Krishna,
Since we are part of Krishna,
we have 50 qualities that Krishna has.
so we have 50 qualities that Krishna has.
He has 64 qualities.
But he has 64 qualities.
So, we can never be the same as Krishna.
So we can never be same as Krishna.
Always his atomic particle.
We are always his atomic particle.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
The spiritual body is concealed under two coverings. The material world and matter are not as close to Bhagavan because they exhibit the opposite of pure consciousness. However, because of being spiritual entity, the soul has an intimate relationship with Bhagavan. Just as Bhagavan has his own personal form, the soul also has a spiritual body eternally. The spiritual body is manifest in the Vaikuntha realm. In the material world, being bound, it is hidden under two coverings.
So, two coverings, the gross body and the subtle body.
So the two coverings are the gross body and the subtle body.
This will be explained later.
This would be here explained later.
So, Krishna is the controller of all his energies.
So Krishna is the controller of all his energies.
Therefore, Krishna is not controlled or restricted by any of his energies.
Krishna is not covered or restricted by any of his energies.
We are jivas.
We are jivas.
We are atomic size.
We are in atomic size.
So he can be covered by Mahamaya
So we can be covered by the Mahamaya or
or by
Yogamaya
Yogamaya.
or by Yogamaya.
So in the Vaikuntha world, we are under the Yogamaya.
So in the Vaikuntha world, we are under the Yogamaya.
In the material world, under the Mahamaya.
In the material world, we are under the Mahamaya.
We have an eternal relationship with Krishna.
We have an eternal relationship with Krishna.
And depending on what our relation is, we'll have different type of body and different type of activities.
So depending on what kind of relationship is, we have different types of bodies and different types of activities. Subtle covering. The first covering is called the subtle covering. As mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.2.47, as long as the spirit soul is covered by the subtle body, consisting the mind, intelligence, false ego, is bound to the results of his fruitive activities. Because of this covering, the spirit soul is connected with material energy and must accordingly suffer material conditions and reversals continually, life after life. Okay, Guru Maharaj. False ego, mind, and intelligence are specific principles of the subtle world. Compared to the gross matter, the subtle world is finer. And so the subtle covering is also fine. The Atma Buddhi, the concept of self, in the gross world and the conception of gross relationship is called false ego. The self identity that the soul had in its spiritual body before associating with matter is rightful and natural. However, the self identity that arises in material objects due to material association is artificial, designation, and unjust. As mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam 7.2.48, the translation, it is fruitless to see and talk of the material modes of nature and their resultant so called happiness and distress as if they were factual. When the mind wanders during the day and a man begins to think himself extremely important, or when he dreams at night, or sees beautiful women enjoying with him, these are merely false dreams. Similarly, the happiness and distress caused by the material senses should be understood to be meaningless. Would you like to say anything, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah, but I thought I finished talking about the soul body.
So I thought we might finish. Okay, let me continue reading then.
I, the soul body is said to be the first calling of the soul.
So the subtle body is said to be the first covering of the soul.
And we know our gross body in this context of the of this planet.
So through the gross body, we have the contact of this planet.
We have a soul body which can exist in any situation.
But we have a subtle body which can exist in any situation.
And, the soul body is not subject to destruction
The subtle body is not subject to destruction
in any of the planets.
in any of the planets.
So we have a particular ecology.
So we have a particular ecology,
But in other planets, they have a totally different kind of ecology.
so but in the other planets they may have a different kind of ecology.
And so in the Vedas, it says that every part of the universe is inhabited.
So the Vedas it said every part of the universe it's being inhabited.
The modern scientists are looking for the same ecology.
But the modern scientists are looking for the same ecology.
So they see in some galaxy or any planet
So
if there's water, then we may have life.
so when they see in any ecology, they might see a water and they might think Oh, it might be suitable for life.
but they don't understand that a soul and soul body can live in various ecological situations.
So, but they don't understand that the soul and the subtle body can be in any various ecological situation.
So there can be life in any variety of situations.
So, there can be life in any variety of situation.
Now, in the spiritual world, depending on relationship with the Lakshmi Narayan or Radha and Krishna,
So, in the spiritual world, depending on our relationship with Lakshmi Narayan and Radha or Radha and Krishna,
any of the expansions of Krishna,
or any of the expansions of Krishna,
we have a particular eternal body.
we have a particular eternal body.
And that body is real, natural, eternal,
That body is real, natural, eternal. Haribol.
but the body we have now is just a clothing that's given.
So, but the body which we have right now is just a covering that has been given to us.
If you're, if you're a man very attached to his wife,
A man is very attached to his wife.
he may take his birth as a woman.
He may take next birth as a woman.
A woman, if she's attached to her husband,
Yeah.
she may take birth as a male.
So, if a woman is attached to her husband, she may take birth as a male.
And if someone is very attached
If someone is very attached
to their pet,
to their pet,
they take birth as an animal.
they might take birth as an animal.
So this clothing in the material world is unnatural, temporary, and not our soul.
So,
Real soul.
this body we have in this material world is unnatural and it's not our real self.
So we have a eternal natural relationship with Krishna.
So we have a eternal natural relationship with Krishna,
And when we achieve that, then we don't have to change.
when we achieve that, we don't have to change.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Ram Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
That was in Sanskrit.
Oh, this should be translated. Okay, let's translate it in all the languages in this planet, upper planet, lower planet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
What language do you chant it?
Um, it's a special language, Guru Maharaj. Has all the words. It has all the words from all the languages.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, and another name for this is ignorance. This ego is the binding thread between thread between matter and the living entity. When the living entity becomes absorbed in matter, then this ego becomes gross and transforms into consciousness. When it operates through judgment in matter, then it is slightly expressed as intelligence. Later, when it perceives the matter directly through senses, it is called the mind. When it operates through judgment in matter, then it is slightly expressed as intelligence. Later, when it perceives the matter directly through senses, it is called the mind. The principle that extends from ego to mind is neither pure consciousness or the soul nor gross matter. Therefore, in this connection, is called linga, subtle body. Since in the pure state of the soul, the spiritual body, its spiritual activities, and spiritual practices are slightly observed in the subtle body. This intermediary principle is called the linga, subtle body. When the sense of I, amitva, or mind, mamatva, that existed in the spiritual body of the soul became extremely obstructed due to the association with matter and manifested in the subtle body, the identification related to the spiritual body nearly disappeared and excuse me and became forgetful. Currently, when the sense of self arises in the subtle body, it is imposed on the material body to which it has relation. The identification of the living entity in the spiritual body as a servant of Krishna transforms and manifests as the ego of a servant of the material sense objects. This condition gradually leads to the soul's bondage in illusion.
So, material body appears in a certain family,
So, in the material body, it appears in a certain family,
a certain society,
in certain society,
a certain nationality,
certain nationality,
maybe a race.
a certain race.
So like this, one has different types of conditioning.
So, like this, one has different types of conditioning.
And so one thinks uh, national heritage and nationality,
So, one might think national heritage, nationality,
or they may think all the humans are all human.
or they might think all the humans, we are all humans.
They forget the eternal relationship with Krishna.
But they forget their eternal relationship with Krishna.
So this way, they're in illusion.
So, in this way, they are an illusion.
Someone becomes a traitor,
So, someone becomes a traitor,
takes money or something,
he takes the money or something
to spy on those one country,
to spy the foreign country.
or someone like this. The external world is completely in this body consciousness.
The external world is completely in this bodily consciousness.
They don't realize their own spiritual identity.
They don't realize their own spiritual identity.
They're under the false ego, identifying with gross body.
They are in false ego, identifying with their gross body.
Like my nephew asking what I think about my sister.
So, like my nephew, he was asking me what I think about my sister.
I don't, my poor ashram, I had all these things.
I said in my Purva ashram, I had all these things.
But now, I see her as potential to be a devotee.
So now I see her, she has the potential to be a devotee.
I don't see it other way.
I don't know how to see her other way.
But
It's here in the other way.
I know what they think.
But they know, but they know what they think.
I think I'm a brother, I'm an uncle, something.
But they think that I'm a brother, I'm their uncle or something.
But we don't understand their actual eternal identity.
But they don't understand their actual eternal identity.
So I have to adapt
So I have to adapt
to how they see me.
to how they see me.
So this material world, everybody is on this different types of illusion.
So in this material world, everybody is in these different types of illusion.
And very difficult to get out of it.
So it's very difficult to get out of it.
That's why we need to read Prabhupada books
So that's why we need to read Srila Prabhupada's books,
because by spiritual knowledge we start to understand our actual position.
because by spiritual knowledge we can start to understand our actual position.
Otherwise, on various steps of the illusion, we think that we're this particular nationality, particular race.
So otherwise in various steps of this illusion, we belong to a particular nationality or particular race or something like that.
So if someone is seeing us in a family consciousness, that may give us some ability to propagate Krishna consciousness.
If someone sees us in a family consciousness, that may give us a particular ability to propagate Krishna consciousness. Guru Maharaj?
Go slowly, okay, go slowly. I'll read, go slowly tomorrow.
Yes. So we'll read about the gross covering tomorrow.
I'll eat all these laddus. Is he a laddu eater?
Yeah, he's a laddu eater. That's why.
Eat laddus for Indians or for Chinese or who?
For everyone.
Is that enough?
Yeah, everyone is here. Yeah. The left row will give it to Jai Gorachan. He has a sweet tooth, so I'll give it to him.
There for everybody, Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is blessing everybody, those who are assembled here as well as online.
Krishna Mate Astu.
Krishner Mutirastu. Ribo.
The gross covering. So tomorrow we'll talk about the gross covering.
Jai. Guru Maharaj ki. Dear devotees, for those who are physically present here, there is to your left, there is a physical book table near the gate. Probably is there. Yeah. So that's a Guru Maharaj's personal physical book table, and it's applicable only for special souls, those who are present physically here on this transcendental rooftop. Nobody else in the universe has this opportunity. So please do visit the table before you leave and see in what way you can serve Guru Maharaj in distributing Srila Prabhupada books by sponsoring a single Bhagavad Gita or a small book. Dear fortunate devotees, welcome to Guru Maharaj virtual book table. Today we have from Dr. Hari Guru Gaura Prabhu, we have Padmavati Udecha and Premashwari Padmavati Devidasi for Bhagavad Gita. From Guru Maharaj physical book table donations, we have Sunil Bharman, Ram Bharman, Sebika Bharman, Devi Bharman, Mani Gopal Das, Rangini Champakalata Devidasi, Rashamurti Radha Devidasi, Mohan Lal Shah, Kashyap, Sekar Kumar De, Aloman, Mohola Saha De, and Devansh De, all each one Bhagavad Gita. Then we have Narayan Chandra Roy, 5 Bhagavad Gita, Raghunath Prasad Das, 2 Bhagavad Gita, and small books. Tapas Chandra Biswas, 6 Bhagavad Gita, Radhakanta Achut Das, 11 Bhagavad Gita, Tapta Hemo Das, 5 Bhagavad Gita, Swapan Das, 5 Bhagavad Gita, Monisha Dev Sharma, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Soikat Adhikari, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Palak Saha, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Suman Chandra Devnath, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Liton Kundu, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Durjay Chaudhary, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Jagat Pabini Yashomati Devidasi, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Damayanti Sudaksha Devidasi, 2 Bhagavad Gita, Jagat Pabani Yashomati, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Utsahi Mai Janabi Devidasi, 24 Bhagavad Gita. From J++ Mayapur, headed by Panchajanya Prabhu, we have Joy Roy Ria of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Haridashni Roy of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Saroti Biswas of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Rabindranath Sarkar, Maloti Sarkar of Murshidabad, West Bengal, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Shelafi Roy of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Ashru Shil of Chattagram, 3 Bhagavad Gitas, Ganashyam Biswas Maukik of Netrokona, Bangladesh, 2 Bhagavad Gita, Sahadur Dev Sharma of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Sudarshan Chandra Rai, Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Monica Rai, Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Niranjan Roy, Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Pratim Kundu, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Snigdha Shikdar, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Julal Rai, Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Priyanka Adhikari, Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Lakshmi Rani Das, Puja of Komilla, 3 Bhagavad Gitas, Ananda Devnath of Oman, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Ayan Devnath of Oman, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Ankita Devnath of Oman, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Drija Devnath of Oman, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Himadri Devnath of Oman, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Jitendra Nath Roy, Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Padorahani Roy of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Nepal Chandra Roy of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Roni Krishnadas of Dhaka, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Anup Roy of Chattagram, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Jyoti Mai Kormakar Joy of Dinajpur, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Hari Pado Mandal of Kulna, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Gautam Das of Sylhet. 3 Bhagavad Gitas, Ripudas of Sylhet. 1 Bhagavad Gita, Gautam Mahanta of Rangapur, Bangladesh. 1 Bhagavad Gita, Prachi Das of Dhaka. 1 Bhagavad Gita, Purabi Kundo of Maula Bazar, Bangladesh. 1 Bhagavad Gita, Dulal Kanti Das of Chattagram. 1 Bhagavad Gita, Lakshmi Rani Das of Chattagram. 1 Bhagavad Gita, Poppy Roy of Sylhet, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Arpita Roy of Dhaka, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Anupam Roy of Dhaka, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Gautam Kumar Saha of Khulna, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Pushpa Roy of Dhaka, 1 Bhagavad Gita, Malati Rani of Dinajpur, 3 Bhagavad Gita. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. There are more names that I'll be announcing tomorrow. All these devotees getting a special Narasimha Puja, and if you also now, from now in Sridham Mayapur, and all of you devotees also please bless them by calling out Nitai Gauranga with me. Nitai Gauranga. And please pause on this wonderful opportunity of participating in the pastime of Guru Maharaj distributing Srila Prabhupada books, even with a single Bhagavad Gita and 10 small books. How it is missing? Oh my God.
We can do tomorrow, no problem.
There daily. Got it, got it. So from Kausadesh, we have Damini Devidasi and her family, 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small book, exactly 1:10 ratio, as how Guru Maharaj really wants it. Wang Lan Yu, 1 Bhagavad Gita, and Toshan Krishnadas, 2 Bhagavad Gitas. So please pass on this wonderful opportunity of participating in Guru Maharaj pastime in distributing Srila Prabhupada books, even with a single Bhagavad Gita and 10 small books. Please do WhatsApp anytime at +91 94 34 76 0402. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Lord Chaitanya class, and let's do intense prayers. Tomorrow Guru Maharaj is having dialysis, so let's do an intense prayer. And of course, our prayers include for all those who are celebrating their anniversaries today for their well-being and blissful Krishna consciousness. Please join me in the prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Vaishnav Pranam. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो